Aloha, this is Joshua Bowles with Lyric Woodwork and Snake Road Sawmill, and this is a log we just got this past week. It's a massive monkey pod, 13,000 pounds. This is from up Nuuanu Valley. They cut it down to make more room for parking. Can you believe that? But I was fortunate enough to get it. And I've had a number of people ask, like, how does the business work? How do you get logs? How are those parts work? And one of the things I'd like to say is, I believe that what we can create in Hawaii is like a thriving furniture industry here, where it becomes known that when you move to Hawaii, you don't need to go to some box store to buy your furniture, but there's a lot of local craftspeople who do excellent work. And I think we have all the resources to make that happen. Imagine there's some areas of Japan, Hokkaido, you might visit, that are famous for furniture. And so it becomes sort of a mecca for people who love design and woodwork. And I think Hawaii can become that because we have an abundant amount of beautiful trees. So I really want to support that. And there's room for way more people to be in the furniture business, frankly. But when we get these trees, it's really a web of relationships. I bought the sawmill from these two older fellows about 10 years ago who had been milling in the same spot. And they had really cultivated friendships and relationships with the arborists, the tree trimmers, construction companies. And so I was able to inherit a lot of those relationships, but it's all based on trust. And so your reputation, you have to be very careful to guard and protect your good name. So here's an example of one way that it often works. This was a homeowner up Manoa, and the tree was getting ready to fall down. It was an older tree and too close to the house. So regrettably, they had to cut it down. And so what I'm doing is we brought the logs back here, paint the ends to prevent cracking and splitting. We put the client's name on it. And then what we'll do is we will mill the wood, we'll design some furniture with this client. And then because there's way more wood than this client needs, we'll offer them a credit for the remainder of the wood toward their project. And that's why I say trust is vital, because for all of those negotiations, really what we're trying to do is find and figure out what's fair to everybody. And so that requires good faith negotiations. Another way this works, and like in the case of this massive lychee that we have here, is developing the relationships with arborists and tree companies. And so I worked with a boom truck operator. Shout out to Waylon's Tree Service. What I'll do is I will pay and coordinate with Waylon, and he'll go to the job site as they're cutting down the tree, and then I'll pay for off-hauling, removing the material, and sometimes we'll even strap the log so the tree guys can get in right there at the base and cut it without having to put a bird's mouth in the tree and ruining some of the wood. So it's good for the tree trimmers because I'm removing the material, and then we're able to take the wood and use it to make furniture. And finally, here is a case where the homeowner is also a woodworker, so he wanted some of the wood, but he didn't need all of it. And so what we did is we milled all the wood, and then he's coming this afternoon, and we're gonna split it 50-50. So in exchange for the milling service, we get half the wood, and then he gets half to make his own project. So we'll do something like one for you, one for me. So if you are a home or business owner with some logs that you'd like to see receive a second life, give us a call. And thank you for supporting our channel.